Guys, welcome to another podcast. Today we have Sky Bree on. What is going on? We've known you for a while. First time we met you actually was at the strip club, which was sick. We went to a strip club together.
It was for my birthday, actually.
It was for your birthday, yeah.
It was actually you and, it was what, 15 of us? Because we were the only people at the strip club. And we went, and our buddy was like, yeah, dude, Sky Bree's coming. I'm like, sick.
But the best part
Bring her
was
with.
everyone left, and it was just me, you, Q, and then Lou. It was just us four at the end, and everyone else is left. I'm like, all right, this is our squad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny because that was your first, like, because you like just came out to LA.
That was my first time visiting LA. Yeah.
So you're just gonna go hang out with us all the.
And my first time at a strip club. Like I was just meeting up with a bunch of dudes. I don't know why I did that. To be honest.
Well, I feel like we were like pretty like nice guys to go. Like,
super
we were
nice.
just like a bunch of like 20-year-olds that were just 20 and 21-year-olds that were like at the strip club for. It was like a Tuesday night.
Oh yeah, it was on a
Tuesday
Tuesday.
night.
Pretty sure we were like the only ones at the strip club.
Oh yeah.
There might have been like 2 other people or something.
Yeah.
It was very empty.
Yeah. And it was a full nude one, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, the best part, you kept on like going to these like in-depth conversations with all the strippers too. They would come up to you and you would just start chatting, and then it would be like, that's your new best friend.
I fell in love with one of them. She was really pretty. I still think about her sometimes.
I think about her too.
Are we thinking about the same one?
I think I'm in love with her too. Yeah. I think we're thinking about the same.
You guys really fell in love with a stripper.
Yeah.
It's impossible not to. It's like the whole point. You just go there, find love in the strip club.
At the price of $150.
Yeah, I know, dude. Shit's fucking expensive, dude. God damn.
All right.
Love's expensive.
I want to ask you. Okay, so I saw you talk about this on a podcast, but when you're hanging out with like a guy, do they ever get weirded out when they see that you have Jake Paul's name on your neck?
Yes.
Has it ever been weird?
I've gotten
Can we
shit.
see it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
JKP.
Jakey. Yep.
Yeah.
I can see it. Wow. It is real.
So a lot of my guy friends give me shit for it, like make fun of me. Other than that, I've like hooked up with a few dudes since, and I've been like cuddling with them, and they're like, all I'm looking at right now is another man's name.
And it's Jake Paul out of all guys.
Yeah. And I've also had a guy offer to get it removed for me. It's
Jake Paul likes getting his like name tattooed on people because it's like.
And you know it's fucked. He got my name tattooed on tattooed on him, and he already got it covered up.
Wow.
So I'm not gonna get mine covered up. I'm gonna get it lasered off because
I have so many. So when did can you just give us a whole rundown?
How
of
did
what-
that happen?
Because the thing is like you're just saying, oh yeah, I just have Jake Paul's name tattooed on my neck.
okay.
We need
So
we need more.
basically, I was in my hot tub. I was hanging out with my best friend Michelle, and Jake messaged me on Instagram. We FaceTimed, and he was like, "Do you want to come to Puerto Rico?" Like out of the blue. Like I've never really talked to him before, and I was like, "Yeah, sure, but only if I can bring my best friend," because I didn't feel comfortable going alone. And then the next morning, we had a 8 a.m. flight to Puerto Rico, and
Just the next day.
Yeah, the next day.
Just happened, you know.
Yeah, had to like get out of the hot tub, pack, and like get like 4 hours of sleep, maybe at most. But yeah, we went to Puerto Rico, and the first day we were there, we got it tattooed.
Wait,
What led up to that tattoo?
Yeah,
Like,
because-
bring
So,
it back. What happens when Jake Paul just texts you out of the blue? What's the situation? You get up, like you're going on a private jet? Like what?
Guys, it is the first round of the NBA playoffs. We want to take a second to thank our sponsor, MyBookie.
Nets and seven.
Bandwagon.
Nets and seven.
Is Chris not a bandwagon in this case?
He is. I mean, he has like multiple teams in New York, so it's just annoying.
Well, I would say that the only way for you to prove that you're not a bandwagon is to actually bet. Are you using MyBookie to actually play?
Now and KD holding the ball, I'll tell you that much.
So yes, using MyBookie for the first time, using code THESYNC, you get your first investment matched. That's right, matched 100%.
Come on, KD.
Just use code THESYNC.
Come on. You got this.
Let's get back into it. Code THESYNC.
Jeff.
I'm trying to be careful with what I say because basically it was like, let's have a throuple and let's all and
That's kind of what I was thinking. It was, you know, it's like, yeah, cool.
It was like, let's have a throuple, and to show our like dedication and our commitment to this throuple, let's all get each other's names tattooed. So
that has to be like one of the quickest progressions in a throuple ever.
Yeah, it was the first day.
There's many people who never will have a three-way ever in their life. A throuple even better because you know that's like the relationship side of a three-way, and then also you happen to have Jake Paul in the mix.
So you guys start this little band, right? So
Basically.
this
Puerto
club.
Rican
It's
Beatles.
Migos.
Yes.
So what was the turnaround time of when he got his remove?
Okay, so I really like Jake. I think he's a great person. I think it was fresh after his breakup with Julia. I guess you would consider it a breakup or whatever. So I think he was probably like, you know, when you break up with someone and you're kind of just like crazy. I think that's what it was. And then we hung out in Puerto Rico for like a week. Then we went to Miami for a few days. And after we went home back to LA, me and my best friend, and he went back to Puerto Rico, almost instantly it was like, hey, like that was fun, but like, let's not really do this anymore. And pretty sure he got it covered up like a few days later.
Was it a drunk mistake, I guess?
He was sober. He
whoa.
was sober. Yeah.
This conversation, it's funny to listen to because you're talking
relate.
about Jake Paul, which is just so funny because from a standpoint of somebody who's like, you know, just viewing like everything that's happening on the internet, like, you know, you're just like talking about it like, oh yeah, you know, yeah, let's not do this anymore. You know, I'm kind of done. You know, it's just.
To be completely honest, was relieved. It's a lot having your name attached to like such like a big like
name.
public figure. Like I still, every time I post an Instagram picture, people will tag him. I get DMs all the time about him. Like so it was kind of a relief. I was like, okay, like I don't have to like be seen with him.
You didn't like that?
Or anything. No, not really. Like I kind of went into it just to like see how he was as a person, just because I was like curious. And I will say he's like so freaking sweet. Like
I've heard that too. Like I've always heard
oh
Jake
my
Paul
god,
is super nice.
so fucking nice. I left feeling bad for him because he has such like a negative, like his people's view on him is generally like so fucking negative, and I left like the total opposite, like thinking he was so sweet, and he took care of me and my best friend for like the whole week. And yeah, but still relieved because I just don't want that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that's a lie. I just don't want it.
Damn. Okay. You don't see it as like you don't see it as like a way to go like it gets you in front of so many people at the same time. You don't see any benefit at that.
I did see some benefit from it. Like I got like OnlyFans subscribers and followers and stuff and that, but I don't know. I kind of felt bad. Like I don't want to like build my name up based off of like someone else. Like I don't want to have to like clout chase off someone else's name. So yeah.
Yeah, I get that. Because when that picture, sorry, go ahead.
Isn't it kind of crazy? Like I saw a couple TikToks of them together recently, him and Julia.
Yeah,
so
I think they're back together. I don't really know.
Wow.
I don't really speak to him or anything. It's still on like great terms, like, but we just don't speak.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Speaking of OnlyFans, you talked about like you officially became like a millionaire last year.
Yeah, I did.
Well, is it like you wake up and
That's
you're
cool.
like,
Thank you.
That's like sick.
pretty sick.
That's a huge life.
Do you wake up and feel like a millionaire?
Yeah.
No, not at all. I still feel like super normal. I still feel like I like worked at Target like a month ago.
How long ago did you work at Target?
I think it's about like 8 months now.
Oh my god.
Because you worked there while you were starting OnlyFans, right?
I've been doing OnlyFans for 2 years. So, and I worked at Target for like 3 years. So I had a really small like following. Like I had maybe like 400 fans, and it was just people that I went to high school with. Which was just amazing.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
That would be like I can so relate to. Imagine like going to like the high school, and if it's like somebody that's like, you know, you're like into like, yo, I have a crush on this person, and they drop OnlyFans.
Yeah.
How many of your high school, like, how many people did you recognize from your high school that were following you on OnlyFans?
Oh, so many, like so many.
Any teachers?
I don't know about teachers.
Right?
I'm sure like
Dude, you
Right.
know.
there has to be like one or two.
one.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But yeah, I don't know.
There has to be a teacher. Like,
I'm like trying to think about like which one it possibly could be.
It's like a really unsuspecting one. Maybe like one of like maybe like it's like a girl teacher. You never know.
Oh, I kind of like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You just don't know who it could be. It could be any the principal.
When did you start noticing like the mood shift at work when people like knew or saw your content?
So in my hometown, I was the only person doing OnlyFans the way that I did it. Like I was shooting like actual like pornos with my ex-boyfriend and like maybe like 2 other dudes. So I was like kind of getting heat, like judgment and stuff, like going out to like hometown bars and stuff, and like people staring or like kind of making comments as they walk by me. My coworkers at Target, of course, like found out. A few of them subscribed to me. I really just didn't care though. Like I just didn't care.
They're
like,
working an hourly job, and half of that is going right to you.
Exactly. Like, and I was.
Yeah.
I just didn't
Pretty
care.
well said.
Yeah.
And
You're working with them, and they're paying you.
It's a little hypocritical, like to make fun of somebody, but then subscribe and watch and
Exactly.
jerk off to it and get hard.
Those were 2 really good points that you got. I mean, that was like exactly how that was meant to be said.
No, it's
true.
100% true.
But I mean, it's a good outlook to have on it, because the thing is, like, everybody just judges shit that they do already. It's like you're
Exactly.
either, if you hate on porn, it's like, dude, there's no, I mean, sometimes like there's not even a way to hate on it. It's just like, bro.
I mean, it's one of
watch it.
like
if
the
you're
biggest
watching-
industries.
If you're consuming,
so
if you're consuming porn, you can't be like, oh yeah, that's this girl's a whore.
You also did
Right.
go 8 months from Target to Millionaire, which is
Mm-hmm.
insane.
Fire.
Okay, wait, how quickly did that happen? Is it like after Target, then what made it all like start real?
So, I was a huge fan of No Jumper, like huge fan. The way I would get through my Target shifts is I would have one AirPod in and be listening to the podcast. Like no matter who Adam was interviewing, like a random fucking rapper I've never heard of, like I would listen to
Yeah.
it, like the weekly podcast that they do on Tuesdays. And I wanted so badly to be on No Jumper, and I had no fucking, like, there's no reason I should be on it. Like I'm just like some random girl. But then he announced that he was starting a like Patreon series where he was gonna have like OnlyFans girls go.
Plug Talk?
No, they have Plug Talk, and then they have the Patreon where they have girls come into like the No Jumper like studio
Okay.
and they get interviewed. So he announced that, and right away I like emailed them like saying that I was interested. I sent my Instagram handle, all of that, and they emailed me back right away with a date, which was 3 weeks out. So I spent like the last of my money on a plane ticket to LA in a hotel room, which is the hotel I was staying in when I met you
Yeah.
guys.
That's so
and-
wild.
crazy.
Yeah, because
And-
I like remember talking with you because then I had like just turned 21 and we went over to a bar, and then like I don't know, they didn't have like Vax cards or something.
Yeah.
But I just remember talking to you about that, and you're like, yeah, I'm going on, because I didn't know what you did.
Yeah, I don't
like,
think I
I was
went
like, what
on
do
it
you do?
yet.
And you're like, oh, I like make videos, and I was like, oh, what kind of videos? And you're like, you know, like adult.
I was a
yeah.
baby.
I
Yeah,
don't
I'd
remember what
only
you said.
worked with like 2 ex-boyfriends
Right.
at that
But
point.
do you remember? I was like, yeah, I was like, oh, I don't care. Like, you know, that's like, cause
Yeah.
you, like, you like didn't like say it quite like that. But then
Yeah.
I was like, and then you're like, oh, I'm going on No Jumper, which is
Right.
sick.
I knew for some reason I had this weird feeling that like me going on No Jumper would change my life. And before my interview even ended, Adam was like, I would love to sign you. Like me and my fiance are in the middle of like creating a management company, and we would love to sign you as like the first person. So that's what happened. Like
You
a
were the
week.
first?
Yeah, I was the first.
And you were his fan 3 weeks before that. You're just like one of his biggest fans. It's crazy.
Yeah, I still get like starstruck being around Adam and Lena. Like no one else that I've met, like actual like A-list celebrities and stuff, don't make me nervous. But Adam and Lena, like I just look up to them so much and I respect them.
Wait, so you're a
I love
fan.
Adam.
You go on their podcast, and you guys also like filmed OnlyFans later on too.
Yeah,
Like, as
so-
a whole, how did that happen?
So first time coming to LA, I go on the podcast. It goes good. A week later, I hop on Zoom. I'm back in Pennsylvania. I hop on a Zoom call with them. We talk about the contract. They send it over to me. I sign it like digitally. And then a few weeks later, they fly me out to LA. We shoot a Target themed porno. Of course, like you have to. And then we put it out a few days later, like while I was still in LA, and it just went viral, and my OnlyFans blew up. And then
What is porn like? How do you go viral in porn? Like, what does that look like?
just no one had like it was a really good scene. Like they picked me up like from Target. I had my actual uniform on, like my t-shirt, my like khakis. I pretended to be a drive up person who like brings an order up out to like a car. And like Lena starts like flirting with me like, oh, like you should like get in the car and like come with us. And so that's what I did. And then we went back to their house and we fucked, and they like posted it on Twitter, and that's like what got traction. Yeah.
So is that what it is? So with porn, like on Twitter, it just goes crazy, right? Because it's the only platform that won't take you down.
And they also clipped the beginning of like me walking out to the car like with my uniform on and posted it on TikTok, and that went viral too. Yeah.
Okay.
Fire.
Okay. When you talk about like your OnlyFans blowing up, like how many is it, like 40 subscribers to like 10,000? Like what's blowing
like
up?
Like tens of thousands.
From nothing.
From nothing. From like 400.
Imagine what that looks like. Like
you know what it looks like.
Yeah, but no, I'm just saying. Like imagine like looking at your phone and imagine like when you're like blowing up on something.
Like your first TikTok blows up.
How much were you charging a month for?
My subscription, I think my rebill is like $20 a month, but I'm always running a sale, so you get in for like $3 to $5.
But I'm just saying, like, imagine you're getting tens of thousands, and every time you're getting a follow, you're just getting at least $5.
Right away, I made like 6 figures a month. I make 6 figures a month like from now on, so it's weird like going from making like maybe like $1,200 a month at Target to like seeing 6 figures. It's insane.
Are you able to handle like? I don't think I could handle that if I suddenly like went from my old job to suddenly making like $1 million.
Right.
How do you handle that? Like, how do you take care of like fucking taxes and simple shit like that?
Still feel broke. Like I don't like actually feel like I have money. I don't even look at my bank account or anything. The money just funnels in and then I let it sit there. I also like don't spend a lot of money. I have this thing like I want to like try and like live broke for like my first year in LA, just because I don't want to like make that mistake that so many people make and spend all their money when they're like at the start of their career, like it might be their prime or whatever.
You also kind of, I mean, like you like aren't like 18, so there's it's not like you're pre like college years,
right?
So you don't really like have like the super dumb get a lot of money and then like you're like 18, you can just go blow it on whatever. I would have been if I was 18.
I live in a tiny little studio apartment in Hollywood, like very frugal, like it's very minimalistic. I don't spend a lot of money.
There's nothing. Come on, there's got to be something.
I buy shoes a lot. That's like the one.
That's your biggest
like
purchase?
Shoes and bags, but I mean that's nothing crazy.
Damn, okay.
What do you want to buy that's like?
I would like to buy a car. I don't have a car either.
You don't have a car in LA?
I don't have a car.
Yeah, well, your $1 million is gonna go quick and just Ubers, just going around.
What car are you looking for right now?
I would like a Porsche Macan.
Oh, nice.
That's
SUV.
Yeah, a little mom car.
Yeah, I can see that being. Yeah, it's actually I'd say the Porsche Macan is like a MILF in training car. That's like the pre-MILF.
Right.
Chris and I had a question. We were considering doing a little couples OnlyFans together. How would you recommend that we kind of go about that? How could we be most successful?
How do you start an OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Like what's the?
Do you need like the interview or some kind of marketing? Like how can we do it?
I would say the best way. See, my situation's unique because I had people blow me up. If I was like someone who didn't have like a following or like has no experience in the OnlyFans world, I would make TikToks. A shit ton of TikToks and just keep posting them like 4 a day until like one goes viral, and that's like a really good way to like get subscribers. You just like put your like Instagram link in your like TikTok bio or whatever, and then in your Instagram bio do like a link tree or like OnlyFans or whatever. So I would go with TikTok for sure.
You ever had TikTok?
I do have a TikTok. I don't post very often. I feel super awkward
because I feel like all the TikToks that we would get, like, or like someone would get promoting their OnlyFans would get taken down like right away. Like, what's the craziest thing you can do on TikTok?
What can you see us doing? Like, we want to put out there, like, hey, we're out here.
Are you serious? Like, you
100%.
actually want to make an OnlyFans?
Yeah, it's a couple.
Like you guys fucking each other?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was saying it for me, like me and some other partners. I don't know what he was talking about, but I'm saying from my experience, like how do I grow my OnlyFans?
Are you doing it with him?
No, with ladies.
We're on the wrong page here.
What ladies are you filming with?
You filmed me.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
Hi.
There we go.
Okay, there we go.
We got a feature. We got
Awesome.
a feature.
There you go.
You know how many of our fans would just watch and just comment
that
about
would
Chris?
That would be the greatest day.
That would be the greatest thing.
I would actually do that if you want to.
I'm down.
Sling some dick.
You see, guys, the thing about Chris is that Chris has told me time and time again, saying, Kyle, you're not a good wingman. I find that incredibly hard.
Wait, Kai introed that.
What did you do here? I did this.
That was him.
That
if
was Kai.
anything.
I did this. I got to right here. You were saying that you two.
I didn't really like do it. I didn't really like think about it like that. Just happened to go that way, but I didn't think you made it happen. I just thought Chris brought the energy. You know, he had the you know what? The swag.
I said what girls, and then she goes all film with you.
Okay. You guys were both equally good at the wingman.
Well, I wasn't trying to make that happen, but I'm glad it ended up that way.
I wasn't even trying to make it. I wasn't trying to make that happen either. It just did. It fell into place.
Do you think you could blow him up? Like if he was featured in one of your videos, he could be big. He could be like, what's the guy that you was talking? Jason Love. He could be like.
I think you would get some fans from me. Yeah. For sure. It depends
I think I'm
what
funnier
you're.
than Jason Love too.
It depends what you're packing and if you know how to work it.
I mean, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not far off in that department. I'm good.
I can't wait for like all of our friends are just gonna stuff like, yo, dude, did you just see what the Chris is in this new?
Dude, Chris, bro. Hey, man, it's epic. Epic plays.
Yeah, I'll give up my spot for Sky. Yeah.
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 Yeah, and the OnlyFans. I mean, you have broken up
lost
the
my-
duo. The duo is broken up. It's sad to see it
Kai's
go, but-
never had a spot. All right, the spot was always open.
No.
Why can't we all work together?
Thank you guys.
Wow.
And
You
Lou,
know-
don't forget Lou.
That's an incredibly hot take, and that's a question I would
And this is
love to
our
know the
version of
answer to.
plug talk. It's
Are
called Sync
you-
Talk.
So Sky goes. You meet Sky out, at a bar night, right? Kai's with her. You meet her there. Sky shows, takes a liking to you, but goes, we can go hook up, but my friend gets, my friend gets to come, and it's Kai, and and you're like, and you and Kai like lock eyes, and
I'm like-
and you're like, hey man, what are you doing? What's your?
I've never even thought of like a threesome, even with a different dude, right? So I wouldn't even know. I'd need so many shots. Like I don't even like what. I don't even know where to start. I'd be like, oh my,
You need to be
that's such a brain
blackout
fuck.
drunk. Fun fact, just filmed my first boy girl scene a few days ago. Like
Wait,
I got
boy,
double
boy.
penetrated by two dudes. Wait, can I talk about
Yeah,
that?
no,
on
talk
here?
about
Would that be like-
No, I was just trying to think.
Like 2 dicks inside my pussy.
DP.
In the
your pussy?
What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
You're supposed to do pussy and then butthole.
No, I had 2 in my pussy.
Why'd you do 2 in the pussy? That's not how it's.
Because I am saving anything anal for like maybe a year or 2. It's because I don't want to let all my tricks out right away.
Yeah, when you got to be able to sell that, like you have to sell Sky Breeze first anal.
Exactly. I don't know. I just kind of woke up one morning and was like, I kind of want to try and see if I can fit 2 dicks inside my vagina. So I hit up 2 of my guy friends that are also OnlyFans like creators, and they were down.
That's got to be a little awkward to like dick touching dick.
No, yeah.
No, they
Inside-
work together all the time, like with other girls
Oh,
or like
so
for
they know what
companies
they're
and
doing.
stuff. No. For dudes in porn, that's like so totally normal. They do like 15 guy gang bangs or like blow bangs and stuff where they're all like jerking off in
Yeah.
a circle. But yeah,
A circle jerk. That's what all the kids are calling it now.
But how was your first two?
it was
Guy,
pretty
guy,
good.
girl.
Both dudes were hot, so like I was living my best life, but it was hard to fit both of them inside me.
That's
imagine
a lot.
the process.
That's like Tetris.
Really, really hard.
I mean, it's sometimes hard to like, it's dark in the room. Where is it?
Do you want to know the position that we went in?
Yes,
So, like,
please.
Can we try and guess?
yeah, sure.
Yeah, you have your stomach over like the end table of a couch, and then with your ass up, therefore making it so like it's like a abyss into the ground, right? So you're kind of like a bump to down.
Abyss. What's the
I'm just
abyss?
a hole.
Is she the abyss or is there another abyss?
Did you just refer to my
Who's the
vagina
abyss?
as an abyss?
Who's the abyss? Kai, where is your abyss?
At least that's where I thought.
Has anyone ever referred to your vagina as an abyss?
No.
I didn't mean to call your vagina a abyss.
Someone referred to, I went on Cool Kicks a few like last week, and one of the comments was saying, I no longer have a pussy, I have a tunnel.
The best is like doesn't like when people are like, oh my god, dude, that girl's got with so many guys, like you know her pussy's stretched out. It's like you could have sex with the same dude 3 times a day for 5 years,
Exactly.
and you're probably having more sex than somebody. Who's,
I don't have a lot of sex,
Yeah.
literally at all. I have sex maybe a few times a month, and it's for scenes. Like I don't really have casual sex too often because, I don't like hooking. I can't risk hooking up with people who aren't tested like
Yeah.
every 2 weeks because then that'll fuck me over and I can't.
Also,
work.
same. It's crazy how much similarities we have
Yeah.
being a porn star and not being a porn star.
Yeah,
you know,
that's crazy.
not a lot of casual sex.
Yeah, you gotta be
Doesn't
careful.
wanna
There's
get
a cesspool of there's a cesspool of shit going around here. I feel like.
Especially in
Cesspool.
LA.
Yeah.
It's really scary
Quite the
here.
melting pot of what even.
Got fucking chlamydia is like the cold.
Yeah.
In LA.
It's like Corona. It's like Delta variant.
Right.
I personally think the position was him, a guy sitting like
Oh, right.
this, you either facing down or facing up, and then the other guy on top, and then one's doing like a upwards entry, one's doing a top down entry.
Or is someone holding you and they're both standing?
Okay, so we did 2 different positions. You nailed it. You
I did?
nailed it. Yeah. That was the first one we did. And then the second one, the one was holding me and I was like sitting on his dick, like holding, and then the other one was behind me and slid it up. Yeah.
Wait, is he standing?
They're
Like-
both standing.
Like we're all standing, but I'm not standing. The first dude's standing and holding me.
Right.
Like, and I'm like sitting on his dick, and then the other one comes right behind and slides it up from the back.
I feel like that takes flexibility. That takes,
It's
yeah,
honestly-
That was
It's-
my first time ever doing
pretty
that.
impressive.
Yeah.
yeah, solid experience.
I'll never
You guys ever
forget
have
it.
like a casual talk after scenes, like go grab lunch or some dinner? Like ever talk?
Usually, so one thing that's interesting after you shoot a scene, everyone just walks around naked, like dick balls, like just like tits out, like we're all just like sitting on our phones, like walking around butt
Same
ass
here after the
naked.
film.
Because it's such an intimate moment. Then you feel so close afterwards. It's like I
Yeah.
don't care, like what the fuck. You were just staring at my asshole for the past hour.
You
like,
were just in my asshole for past hour.
You're both in my asshole.
You were both in my pussy.
yeah.
But yeah, it's everyone feels like, oh, we can't really know each other that much more at
Yeah.
this point. So
Usually scenes are pretty in and out though. Like you go and you work and then you leave. You don't really like linger around and like go get
Right.
like dinner afterwards. At least not from my experience.
It's kind of
But-
interesting you say that though. Like that's weird. Like how like you're saying like that's intimate and that's like you talk afterwards. Like there's times like at a party like I'll hook up with someone and afterwards I'm like oh god I can talk like I can pretty much conversate about anything but I'm like what do I even want to talk about? Like I want to be as far away from this location as possible. So it's weird how like that seems less intimate.
I have a question for you guys. Is post-nut clarity a thing? Like, do you actually get like disgusted by the girl
it's
afterwards?
it's an over exaggeration
Depends
if
on the
someone
girl.
says it depends on the girl, but it's an over exaggeration if
the
someone
girl.
says disgusted, because
Yeah.
that's different, right? If you feel this super disgusted after, you shouldn't probably have been with them in the first
Right.
place. But there's a point of like you see them as lesser of what you saw them before. There is a bit of
because
decline.
they agreed to be with you, and you're like, oh, I don't see you. Yeah, right.
I wouldn't even know if I would say it
not
like
actually
that. I would just say it like
It's not actually like
Fuck.
that. Like pretty much just whatever. Like like when like you're horny and you're like, oh yeah, let's get fucking, like let's just get weird. Like just a completely
Let's just
different
get
beast.
weird.
You know what I mean? And then you nut, and then you're like, oh, like I'm like a regular human being again. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the whatever the werewolf.
it's
that
pretty
kinda
much
came out
getting
is
your
gone.
high out of the situation, and then the high is just diminished a bit.
Kind of like when I watch porn, I like watch it, I get my nut off, and then I like quick like swipe out.
Yep,
of it. I'm
that's
like
that is
disgusted.
so-
I'm like,
whoa.
get this out of my
That
face.
is that is post.
Whoa.
That's exactly.
So you
what
guys go
feels
through it too.
Okay.
Okay.
That's exactly. it.
okay. Interesting.
But there's some girls that aren't like that. There's some girls that are like just like always just like crazy. Like
Cranked.
oh my.
I think like chemically our brains, like guys are wired to like have that like post-nut clarity, like kind of want space, but girls afterwards like want to cuddle and be more
Yeah.
affectionate.
I mean, I'm always down to cut.
I need like 10
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
I just need like
Okay.
10
10
minutes.
minutes.
It's easier when you don't see a Jake Paul tattoo on the neck.
Fuck.
Like fuck. Yeah. Or
Fuck.
like I don't know the walk to the bathroom is always a funny one. The fart after like you like leave like a girl's place, that one's a good one too. Like in the morning, you're like it's like how quick can I get out of here before I like either shit myself or just let out this massive fart? And it's the same for everyone. Like everyone's had it, and
Yeah.
it feels the exact
The
same.
walk of shame mixed in with rips.
The walk of shame is also a good one. Like where's my sweatshirt?
Fuck,
and
you
my
always gotta
shoes.
you always gotta pee afterwards. Like I just want to lay down and just relax. I don't want to pee right now. Fuck.
Yeah. You can't get a UTI.
Yeah.
Or like when you're drunk too. That's like when you're just like
Yeah. It's like that's all your energy you have left.
yeah,
and
like
it's just-
everything you had left in the tank is now just gone, and you're just like, okay, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow. Thanks.
what's your DMs looking like? You got any big names in your DMs?
Yeah, I do have some big names, but I like normal guys.
Yeah, right.
Celebrities are like kind of like
Some of them are kind of weird.
The reason you don't like, in my personal opinion, like I don't want to fuck with celebrities is because like they see you as so disposable. Like you're not even like a human to them. Like you're just like this random hot bitch. They're gonna fuck me and not even know my name or anything.
Right.
I'd rather like talk to someone who's like more normal and have a like actual like connection. Love and like intimacy gets me off. That's like my kink. Like when I know like someone has feelings for me, that like really turns me on. So I don't want to fuck just a random celebrity.
Yeah, because celebrity seems like more of like a social pedestal of like from one side, right? Someone's definitely
You don't see
looking at
yourself at
numbers.
that like that at all? Like a little bit like to somebody who is not doing anything in social media, doesn't have a following, then you are kind of like that celebrity, isn't it? Do you feel like the role gets reversed at all?
I want to say she's like you don't
No, but I mean,
like in like listening to like when you like talk about you know when you like see like celebrity interviews or like celebrities giving speeches at Oscars or something like like that seems like very celebrity. When you talk, you're always this you're always like
I get that
this-
all the time. People are like,
like-
you're actually surprisingly normal. Like just
I
like a
wasn't even
normal.
surprised. It was just more like you're always like that. You can tell it's not just she's here. She's gonna talk about it like this.
I recently, oh my God, this makes me so sad. Kanye West unfollowed me because I recreated the Pia
Yay.
and Kim meme of them like holding each other. I did it with my friend Noah Simplistic, and I got hit with the unfollow like 10 minutes later by Kanye West.
That's tough. you reposted the Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
Oh
Wait.
no.
So, but wait, you mean to tell? So I
he
mean,
followed you though. That's crazy.
That's
he
sick.
followed you, and you also poked the bear enough to receive a Kanye West unfollow. Which, like, what is it?
Yeah.
What is it what's the saying? Like, if you lose $1 million in a day, like you had $1 million to lose or something. Like,
Yeah.
like it's shitty you lost the $1 million, but like you probably have more.
When did
Yeah.
he follow you? What's the story there?
That's crazy.
He just randomly followed me a few weeks ago. I got a comment just from a random account, and they were like, Kanye West followed you. So I went and checked, and he followed me, and I was like, what the fuck? He never DM'd me or anything like that.
Ye's late at night on Twitter.
He's on my fucking Reddit because he watches like Reddit porn. Like, did
Yeah,
he
yeah,
talk
he
about
talked
that?
about that.
Maybe that's how he found out about me. But
You're my favorite Reddit star.
What would you say? What would you say if Kanye just slid in and was like trying to bang, like just like that? Question mark.
I don't know.
Because that's
I like can't even see that like
Yeah, I can't
picture that
picture him saying
happening.
that.
That's like crazy. It's Kanye West.
I mean, he
the
did.
fuck?
He got like. I mean, there's only one more action really needed between for him to be like trying to bang.
So it's you follow the person, then it's just straight bang.
No, I'm just saying like I don't think that's how it would necessarily go down with him, but I'm just saying it could have been. That was about
Yeah.
as
Like he's so complex, dude. I just don't even know.
Yeah, dude. He would like
Yeah.
type it in fucking Arabic or something just because
Bring you to Sunday service. Have you sit there for 3 hours.
Oh my God, that would be my hell on earth for me.
But he
Sorry.
unfollowed you. That's that.
Yeah, he followed me
just
for like a
wild.
few weeks. I got to
Yeah.
like feel cool for a few weeks, and then he hit me with unfollow after I put like
it's just
recreated
funny
the
that it was
Kim
like
and Pete
that it was
meme.
that like it happened from that. You know what I mean? Could have been like literally anything.
But as a
I-
Kanye fan, that hurts me when people were like posting the Pete Davidson's picture. Like it actually pissed me off sometimes,
Yeah.
It's just like, fuck, that was like a dynamic duo, and now Pete Davidson ruined everything.
I
For
hate when
s-
people move on so quick.
For some reason, I had a feeling too, because I reposted Noah, my friend's story of us recreating it. I kind of knew when I was like, should I hit this? Like, Kanye's gonna see it.
Imagine changing it to like where
And then I checked literally 10 minutes later, and he then unfollowed me. I was like, holy shit, like, damn.
Was
Like,
he- was he
I
s-
feel significantly less cool now.
Was he seeing your stories like before then?
I get like so many views I can't like see.
Oh,
It like
yeah.
caps out after like a few hundred or something like that.
I get so many views I can't see my views.
Well, it stops
Yeah,
after like
it's
a
lit.
few
Yeah.
thousand,
Yeah,
you know.
that's sick. It's like I mean, what's like the craziest? I don't know, just like not even like celebrity encounter, just like weirdest like I guess like sex encounter that's like not like just casual sex, like like porn things that like people who aren't porn stars like wouldn't really even ever like be like, oh yeah, that's a thing.
My first day moving to LA, I got a train ran on me.
What does that mean? 'Cause we
Whoa.
say
How
that all
many-
the
how
time.
many-
We say like
how
we're
many-
gonna run a train on you, but what does that mean?
How many cars need to be in the train?
4.
At least.
Or
Four.
What is it?
4, I think, personally. Or maybe 3. But it was 4 dudes that ran a train on me.
first day.
Can you describe how a train works? Are they like in a line?
Okay, so basically, one of them was a photographer that I had worked with previously, and I really liked him. And he hit me up and was like, "Hey, we're having a spa night at the house," and I'm like, "A spa night? Like, I need to be there." And so I get there, and basically, it's just four dudes chilling in a hot tub. And so I get in the hot tub, and we start drinking, and we're all fucking like trash basically, and yeah, they all just start coming on to me, and I was willing to
First
throw it back. Yeah. I know it was planned though, because they all mysteriously pulled out condoms. So I
All
was
the
like,
same
how
time?
do you all have condoms in a hot tub?
Yeah, there was no other girl here.
You're saying this is a coincidence. Dudes are like, yeah, that's something dudes would say is like, no, I swear to God, I'm not trying to fuck tonight. I promise. I'm just trying to get to know you. Oh, that's why you have a box of condoms in your fucking pocket? Nice one, dude. Bed's made? Oh, what are these flowers here? Really? Really? You weren't trying to fuck?
And then the best part is they're all related.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, they're all like brothers and cousins and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Wait.
What is it
Wait,
with
wait.
wild? Okay.
Why?
Recently.
Why?
very
Hold
recently-
on. Bring us back. What do you mean? They're
The two of them were brothers, and then the other two were like cousins or something like that, all in the same family. They all kind of looked alike.
did you know that? Like, how'd you learn that?
That was my first time meeting all of them, but one, the photographer. Yeah.
Is the dynamic cool? Like, is it like a family, like brotherly
Oh yeah,
dynamic?
it was really fun. Yeah.
Sup, bro?
I would still I would probably go over again and hang out with them.
Sup, cuz?
Did it make you like really like? Is that more normal than people think that it is? Because I haven't heard of that before, but maybe it's more normal.
Trains, like
No, not
doing
trains,
that.
but like
Family stuff.
Family stuff.
Oh, probably not. That's like kind of interesting to me.
Right?
You know what I
The
mean?
brother one.
Like,
It's not normal because it is technically incest. Weirdly.
Right.
So that's what makes it unnormal. But the story
shit,
is
I
good.
anticipate.
The story's good.
Oh my god. I
But
let
it's- wait.
incest happen to me.
But is it?
Wait, because they didn't have sex with each other though.
No.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's not incest. Like you're just like
Yeah.
using the same girl.
It's just a little freaky. Not gonna cap.
I just can't picture. Yeah. if I had a
Really
brother.
freaky.
So
And
like,
that was the first night in LA.
First night moving to LA.
What
Yeah.
happened night 2?
Kind of similar first night in LA too, actually. The old 4 dudes hot
Kinda,
tub.
yeah.
Y'all pull the condom out. It's like you
Oh
guys
my God.
rehearsed this.
Wait, you guys were ready?
I have too many stories. Like too much. I've gotten myself into like so much. Just living in LA for the past like 6 months. It's been
Like, what's you know when you like wake up in the morning, sometimes you're like, maybe that wasn't the best idea.
I have been like the past like month or two I've relaxed. I feel like I moved to LA and I felt like I needed to get it out of my system, especially like I was from a small town. No one was having like crazy sex. Like no one was having threesomes or doing any of that stuff. So coming to LA and it's all being thrown in your face, like you can hook up with this person, do whatever you want. I kind of just went crazy. And now I feel like I got it out of my system.
What is going crazy for you? Like, what is going crazy in, because obviously like there's sex that happens in porn, but then there's like sex in real life. But then there's obviously, you could mix that. You could get a little, little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Right.
What's crazy for you? Because like, if I'm saying I'm going crazy, like, I just had sex with a lot of people, but like, I wasn't doing like 10-way gangbangs and all this. I'm not saying that you are. I'm just saying like in porn and regular sex. Like, what's crazy for porn?
Crazy for porn or crazy in like
Just
real
like
life?
when you say like, I was going crazy, now I'm not going crazy anymore. Like what was crazy?
I mean, the gangbang, like that's like, I mean, the train. Sorry, that
The
was
brotherly
pretty crazy.
train.
Yeah.
Band of brothers.
So many threesomes. I've had more threesomes than I can count with like celebrities and stuff like that.
Have you ever had a threesome couple get like obviously jealous like mid threesome?
So I'm
like-
taking a break from threesomes. I'm really not interested in threesomes because the past few I've had, I could tell the girl was just kind of doing it to like please the man. Like she wasn't actually into me or like even into the whole like situation. It was just to please the dude. And so that kind of like turned me off from threesomes for at least right now. I'll still do them for content. I love doing threesomes like for OnlyFans. I do those a lot.
But it seemed like she was doing it because he's the one that really wanted to do it.
Right, like it was the dude that wanted it
Yeah.
and the girl just wanted to please him or whatever. So I think that happens a lot in LA.
Is there anyone that you haven't filmed with that you want to film with?
I would say Mia Malkova. Honestly, other than that, I've worked with everyone that I want to work with. Like, I've worked with Riley Reid, Johnny Sins, like
What's that?
everyone.
What's
yeah,
that
how
like?
how is it like?
I mean,
filming
he's
Johnny?
literally like the most famous. I mean, most well-known male porn star.
yeah.
So.
Really good. We fucked for like an hour and a half, and that was me telling him like, okay, I'm like getting tired. Like, can we like kind of like can you like maybe not? Like, can we wrap this up? And so he did. Most people, like a lot of girls that work with him, is like we like shot for 2 hours. He's like a sexual athlete.
He's a madman.
Yeah, like could fuck forever, and he's so good at it. He knows what he's doing. That was fun.
Have you like seen some of his thumbnails on Pornhub, Kai?
No.
They're like wildly impressive. Like it'll be 10 girls, videos 4.5 hours long,
The thumbnail just has everything.
and it will be like him and his wife.
I think he can
And-
fuck forever.
and he's
to
just
be
a
honest.
beast,
Crazy.
dude. He's like literally just bald and just does everything. Like
Yeah.
he's just anything you want. Like
I can't imagine the reload time. Like, dude, you after you nut the first time, you gotta wait at least 2-3 minutes
his
and then go
control's
again.
insane, bro.
It's also just the stamina. Like, how do you like? I mean, he could like fuck you hard as shit for hours, hold you up, like do whatever, and like he's not dripping like a drop of sweat. Like it's just easy to him. It's insane. It's so impressive.
That's crazy.
That's a true athlete.
yeah,
I
that is
guess
a
I
true
haven't really
athlete.
thought about it like that. Like the actual, because it is pretty tiring. Like
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
thinking about it like I'm not having sex for an hour and 30 minutes.
Right.
And let alone I'm not fucking like Johnny Sin. So
And it's also on camera. Fucking on camera is a lot different than normal sex because you have to be constantly aware of where the camera is and making sure you're angled properly. So there's so much that goes into it. I give him props, or just anyone in the industry that can fuck for hours and hours. That's insane to me.
Okay, so when we film, like we're thinking of angles, like where is it showing, like our reactions, and where we're going. What are you thinking in your head, like when you think about angles? What do you mean by that?
So you always want, like, I always want my face to be like towards the camera. So like, for example, if we're like doing doggy style and the camera's behind, I kind of have to angle and like make sure I'm looking behind slightly. If someone's filming it, like physically holding a camera, whenever it gets close to my face, I have to make sure I'm making like direct eye contact into the lens. It's all about like maybe like putting your leg up lower, higher, so that you can like see like the dick actually going in and out. And it's a lot, like so much. Even me like getting into it, I didn't realize. I
Yeah.
feel like I still learn stuff. Like I shot yesterday and it was like filmed like by someone, and even just yesterday, I feel like I learned like so much just about angles and whatnot.
Yeah.
I think it's deceiving because like, do you remember like the first time you had sex and you were like, wow, this is not like porn. And like,
Right.
you didn't, I don't know, you kind of assume that's how, you didn't assume it was going to be like that, but I'm just saying like it's definitely different. So it's weird to like think about, and then actually like doing it, then it's
Right.
like, you know, because then you're like, oh, this is
Right.
what I saw. So I thought it was going to be like, it's not, and now I have to be like this.
You're doing any YouTube or like Twitch or anything?
So I just created Discord and Twitch. I want to probably this week start streaming me building Legos. I'm super, super into Legos. That's like my hobby. I collect them.
I don't think you have any idea what that's going to do to Reddit. Like, I don't.
What's gonna do to Twitch?
What the fuck is it called? What's like adult Lego thing? Remember when Ethan said it when we went into the Lego store? It's like
Lego.
it's adults that build Legos.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's like this huge community. That's just gonna do.
I'm so
it's gonna
excited.
do
Like
you're-
strictly like even just for hobby purposes.
that's
Like I'm
so
not
funny.
even in it to like, oh, I hope I like blow up or something. I'm like, I just want to like build Legos. And like that's like, it's like peaceful to me. It's like meditation.
Therapy.
we
Yeah.
bought Legos. Yeah, we like were at Disneyland, and I'm like, I'm buying it.
Yeah.
Legos.
I collect all the Harry Potter ones.
Do you build the big ones? Like
Oh yeah, I have the entire
sick.
castle. I haven't started it yet. That's the one I wanna first do on Twitch. It's like a $500 set. I have 2 of them actually, so I'm gonna do a giveaway and give out the other
You should get
one.
the Quidditch arena. Have you seen
Okay,
that one?
yeah,
It's like
yeah,
It's massive.
Yeah.
It's like a huge giant Quidditch arena from Harry Potter.
All right, so you're doing that, and then you're working with Adam 22.
Yeah,
what is that like? Like,
Yeah,
is
what is that like?
they bring you people that you're filming with, or
So they're my managers. They will help anyone that I want to work with if they're not answering me, just because I'm so new. Like not
Yeah.
everyone in the industry knows who I am. They'll reach out on my behalf. Like they set up photo shoots for me. They repost anything I post on Instagram. really anything. They like advice. They like set me up with like financial advisors, like all that. Basically, they're like my guides. Like it's
Yeah.
like any question I have, I go to them. They help me with anything.
It's literally Adam and Lena.
Right. And like they
That's
get
awesome.
me opportunities. Like they got me on Cool Kicks. They got me on Danny Mullen's podcast. And
was
also
funny, by the way.
I did a video with Danny Mullen. They set that up for
Danny
me.
Mullen's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
We this past Thanksgiving, I was in a video. We were dressed as pilgrims and we got drunk as shit and started knocking on random people's houses like on Thanksgiving, trying to see if we could come in and eat dinner with them. And only 2 houses let us in. The first one were 2 like young dudes, like definitely in their 20s. They were like brothers. And we like serenaded them and I gave them like a lap dance. And then the second house we went to was a house of little people. And I jerked one of them off.
Serving the community.
How did that happen?
I don't think you have.
How'd you
Okay, when I say little people, like that kind of sounds fucked up in the context. Like I jerked them off. I mean, they were midgets. Like they refer to themselves as midgets. I just
Oh,
want to
yeah, no,
say,
I'm
but it was.
not- I wasn't worried. I just thought it was funny how Chris said serving the community, and it's like, would you have said that if she walked in and she's like, yeah, I jerked off a normal height guy?
No,
Serving the
I feel like
community.
okay, but like the elephant in the room.
It's like
I feel like a
Christmas
lot of
caroling,
dwarfs
right?
don't.
Come on.
I feel like a lot of dwarfs don't get action like that.
Yeah, the dude that I jerked off was a virgin.
There we go.
And he came in like 20 seconds. But that I'll never forget that. And the video's on my OnlyFans if you guys want to see it.
Actually, that I might
Probably
subscribe
another
to that.
inappropriate question.
That's-
Or do some little people have like regular sized meat?
Have you ever seen Game of Thrones?
It definitely
see Peter Dinklage
it
in it.
wasn't a micro penis, but I mean it was pretty small. It was like maybe that big.
What's his name? Fucking Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Tyrion Lannister.
Peter Dinklage.
But he had a big dick. That's like what his thing was.
Oh yeah, that was his.
He was like, oh yeah, like I'm small, but my dick's big. Like that was his like claim to fame.
all right.
As being that's funny though. Like
That's awesome.
so how wait how do you
Yeah,
you just
so-
like randomly like jerk him off or like how does that go?
How many of them were there?
There were 4 dwarfs and then there were 2 normal sized people.
I think more what it is to me like why just a random hand job is surprising.
Well, we went in and they were actually like so cool, like such great people. We ate some food with them and I said to Danny, I was like, I should do something with one of the dwarfs. And he was like, let me see what I could do. So he pulled aside the one and was like, would you be down to let Sky Bree here suck your dick? So originally it was gonna be a blowjob, but then I got like chickened out. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about like sucking this completely random dude's dick, especially like he was a virgin. Like I don't know. So I switched it to a hand job. I just like spit all over his dick and gave him a hand job
That's and
in a
Thanksgiving,
garage.
too? In a garage.
In a garage with everyone sitting around watching. It was great.
Was it big enough to like like full thing or was it like
yeah,
OBJ?
yeah. It would like fit in my hand like perfectly. Like
You've lived many lives that's
in the
insane.
past few months. Yeah,
and
all of
has
this has
all
happened.
recently. That's the
Yeah.
crazy part. And we knew you like right before everything kind of started taking off. I think right.
You met me when I was like so innocent and like so vanilla and inexperienced. Like I had never done anything crazy when I met you guys.
That's crazy.
But yeah.
That's
LA goes hard. Changed you after a couple months.
all right, guys. Sky, thank you so much for coming on.
fun.
That was
All
Of
of Sky's
course.
links will be linked down below. That was an amazing podcast.
All the links.
Yeah. So guys, make sure to subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Leave us a review, 5-star reviews. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out, guys. Peace.
Woo!